Hey, I was just out moving my body, and that's a great time to start thinking, right? When you're moving and stimulated and whatnot. So, I have always felt that there's a missing link in our healthcare system, in the handoff between your relief care to lifestyle change. Um, and there's tons of people talking about all this different stuff, and that's great, but I do feel like there's a time period between maintenance care of a really healthy body and where you put out a fire. And I think that spot, that middle ground, is where we're losing people. um, Here is an example. I'm going to use myself as an example. So I have always had well, from what I can remember anyway, tummy issues. And I have had constipation issues for a long time. So over the last 3 years or so, I have really kind of dove into what's going on. I've always been able to use, like magnesium or things to make me go. I could drink a lot of water, or I could eat super super clean, and eventually my system would start working better. But it never lasted for very long. As soon as I went back to what I considered like a normal lifestyle, my body just couldn't handle it. It had to be really strict all the time. So I went to specialists. I didn't ever get like I'm a chiropractor, so I went more of the natural route, and adjustments definitely helped, but it opened my eyes to what the body can do in order to heal itself. The only thing is this route, it might take more time. It's not a quick fix of healing the body, because there isn't such a thing really. If you're actually talking about healing completely, not just putting band-aids on things. So I'm going to use this example. Let's say that there's a burning house, right? And all these people are called to come and help. The ambulance will probably be there. The firemen are the number one thing you're going to call to come and put this fire out. So we put a fire out. Thank goodness we put the fire out. That is the biggest thing, right? Like, don't let things just burn forever. You're going to cause some major, major damage. So let's say, for example, this would be like a gut. Let's say your guts have been inflamed for years and years and years, and finally you found somebody to help you put the fire out. And isn't that great? Like, isn't that the best? When you finally have the inflammation down, your guts are working. This is awesome. So then what do? We go back to, even if you're eating clean or doing all these different things, like we kind of forget what kind of mess we left. We left a very, very rough and like black, ashy mess, really. And then what happens in a house? Let's say a house was on fire, put the fire out. The firemen were here, they packed up their stuff and they left. And then the people that lived in that house look at their home and are like, wow, now we have to clean this up. And I think about this, and this is what was happening on my run, because there's this huge thing with community right now. Everyone's kind of joining together and doing great things, supporting each other. But what my mind kept going to was, it's kind of crazy in the beginning. It's like sad and fearful and scary, and people might come and start help you clean the house, but I wouldn't say there's laughter or there's just this really heavy stuff that you have to get through in the beginning. And then you start cleaning it up more and more, and then it starts to look like your home again, and then you get to fill it full of all your stuff again. And like there's these stages of getting your home back. And I think about that and what happens like between the beginning stages of cleaning out your house. It's messy, it's black, it's heavy, it's dark, you gotta pull out some stuff that you didn't even realize was there, all those things. And then pretty soon you either decide, let's say you're gonna build your house back up, then you gotta put in new walls and put in new electrical work and put all this new stuff in, and we aren't doing much during that time. I feel like we go from, you know, if we think about our bodies, we go from putting out the fire to a little bit of healing to maintenance and just keeping us where we're at. Well, we're not getting to that next level. And that's where I want to help you. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I haven't quite figured all of that out. But that is the place, that healing place is just so crucial, that you're consistent and that you're persistent and that you're loving and that you're graceful and that you're hardworking in order to make a change so that you can actually maintain where you're at. I think a lot of times we're just living in this middle ground where we think we're maintaining our good health, but then later on, you know, we have issues and we're like, I've already done all that. I've done that. I've, you know, went on keto. I've done Whole30. I've went just juice cleansing. I have worked out. I have done all this stuff, but what we have not done yet is heal. That's where we're missing stuff. I have been going through this a little bit on my own. I will say that I'm not 100%. I'm going to be completely authentic with you on all of that. But I have seen some major changes in my life in the last 3 years. 4 years, I'd have to count back to see how long I've been working on this diligently, but it's been a while. And yeah, I definitely want to help hold your hand actually and cheer you on during the hardest part of all of it, and that is this middle ground, this middle messy area of healing. It comes in all stages. We have to heal in many different aspects. It's chemical. We have to heal how is our chemistry in our body? We have to heal that. We have to heal our emotions. When our body has been in fight or flight system, when we are, you know, fighting tigers all day long, different things are occurring within your body, and it's doing that continuously. So we have to do a lot of work in order to change our chemistry and change our emotions around how we function as a human being. And then the third thing we have to change is physical. A lot of times we get into this thought pattern that, oh, we're just going to work through it and, you know, just keep moving and keep whatever. And I do believe in all of that. I do think movement is crucial. It needs to happen. There's no question on that. It's got to happen in order to heal. But are we moving appropriately, and are we moving lovingly, and are we giving our body some grace through the motion so that it can start to retrain? There is such a thing as muscle memory. There's such a thing as cellular memory. So if we have had problems for a long time, we have to completely change the way that our body functions at a cellular level, at a muscular level, at a skeletal level, at an emotional level, like everything. And that's healing right there. That is what that is. So I'm hoping that the information that I can share will help bridge that gap between sick and well. In the healing phase. And I will tell you that it is messy. I will tell you that there are some things that you get to take care of that you probably didn't plan on. You just were going to keep stuffing it down and making sure that you could just keep functioning through the day. I still want you to function, but I also really hope that you dive in and start looking at healing in a different mindset. So those are my thoughts for today, and can't wait to have you join me on this journey.